Hi submarine friends. Well, I'm back in the test pool. The weather cleared up a little bit so it's not such a big mud fest, although the inside of the submarine is completely filthy now from mud. But that's okay, I can clean that up. So, where are we? Okay, so this morning I ran the engine for about an hour at cruising throttle. So I was going to say cruising speed, but I don't know what that is. So at cruising throttle, I ran for an hour, and the temperature only came up to 51 degrees Celsius. So obviously the keel cooling system is highly effective because this is not a big body of water, so it's not that cold. And it's been sitting now for, I don't know how long, but the water's been able to warm up. Anyways, whatever. The cooling system works fantastic. This water is definitely the temperature lakes would be or less. So I'm pretty happy about that. So the other thing is, I tested the forward light. Watch this. I'll just turn the camera. So you can see that works nicely. The water is just filthy, so it's just a glow out there because dirt has fallen into the pool, and when I'm running the propeller, it just stirs it all up. It's like a flowing river back there with the prop engaged. So right now what I'm doing is I'm topping up the pool to get it as high as I can so that I can get the deck to the surface height to make sure that I have adequate weight on the submarine. I've added, I added the 2 side plates, that's 500 pounds. And then I've added about 300 pounds on the deck. So it should be very close. Mind you, when I stand on there and I'm 200 pounds, it's still not going down, but I'm concerned I might be touching the bottom of the pool. So I've lost a lot of water because the prop throws it out the end of the pool. So I'm just topping up the pool right now. And once I've done that, then I'm going to do a variable ballast test, which just involves opening that valve and water comes in to the ballast bag, but I want to fill it completely, and then I want to turn on the pump to pump the water out, just to make sure that everything is cool. Engine runs like a charm, holy cow. And outside, you can hardly hear this thing running. It's like so quiet, it's really nice. So when I'm standing in the conning tower cruising around on the lake, it'll be nice and comfortable and quiet, which is what I was shooting for. The other thing is the steering. So right now I have this tiller right here. So this is my steering tiller, and it's a little heavy, but I did expect that because it's such a short arm right here, and my intention is to make a removable arm extension. So when I'm standing, this will be between my knees, and I could just use my knee to push this from side to side. And even when I'm sitting, it can be closer to my stomach, so that I can move it from side to side. Now, obviously, it's only heavy when you're turning. So, I don't know how it's going to track. I'm hoping that it just goes nice and straight down the lake. There are things that I can do to improve that. I could put a fixed rudder under the forward ballast tank that is adjustable. So let's say it tries to turn one way all the time. I could put a rudder up front, angled the opposite way, so that it forces it to track straight. It does have a pretty long bow, so I'm hoping it tracks pretty straight. We'll see. I mean, it's a submarine with it's kind of a weird shape because that forward ballast tank protrudes so far, and then there's this it's not a hemispherical end, it's only an elliptical end. So it's not going to want to travel straight. So let's just say that. But again, I can put that, what do they call that, a trim tab? Anyways, I can put a trim tab on the front, just so that I don't have to constantly correct. I had that with another submarine. It was a real pain in the butt, but it steered just with motors. It had a motor on each side, so it was like, what do they call that, tractor steering, like a skid steer. So I was constantly having to shut one motor off so it would correct. And that's a pain in the butt. You want to be able to just set it to go straight and let it go straight. I remember when I was learning how to fly, there was a trim wheel on the dash of the little Cessna. You turn that and then it flew just nice and level. So it's the same concept. So anyways, that's going to be it. All I have to do is test this variable ballast tank once I have the weight correct. I'm 100% confident the engine is good. I'm 100% confident the hydraulics are good. The propeller matches the motor, which matches the pump, which matches the engine. So all of that is 100%. Couldn't be happier. Don't want to change a thing. I don't think I want to change anything, to be honest. Let's see how warm this exhaust is. Well, I can hang on to it easily. That's no problem. Plus, I have my cooling fan. Oh, right there. So that's my internal cooling fan, which has a radiator. It's attached to a radiator with cold lake water going through it. So that'll keep the interior cool, hopefully. Plus, I have the fan that draws air in. I can duct that back to blow on me. And I have found with previous submarines, when you're at the surface with the hatch closed, you have to have a fan blowing on you. Because even with a white submarine, it's very hot traveling on the surface. So I need to have that cooling capacity. Now, having said that, this is not going to be used a lot in the prime hot summer weather because there's too much boat traffic and it's just uncomfortable. The time this will be used is in the winter when there's no boat traffic, or spring and fall when there's very little boat traffic. So that's the idea anyways. We'll see how that evolves. So that's going to be it, I'm afraid. I'm going to go have a cup of coffee and I'm going to let my pool fill as high as it can fill till it's literally spilling over. And then I will do that weight test. Ciao.